Hello, everybody. And my headphones are drastically behind. I hope y'all are doing well, folks. AJ the CEO here. See, let me let y'all hear. That's how much behind my stuff is from what I'm listening to. Hold on, let me give a second for me to catch up where we at. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Sounds like the audio's doing well. All right, I can hear fine. Hey, folks, AJ the CEO here. Thank you for joining me on another Q&A with AJ, where we try and help you out and give you some. I guess this is my Friday edition of a consultation that's open up to everybody, and I try and answer as many questions as I possibly can. Thank you so much for joining me. We are playing with some new kit here today, folks. So I am live streaming through my A10 Mini Extreme to vMix. That's how we get all the graphics. But the video out from vMix is going into the YOLO Box Pro, which is streaming to Twitch. So if I cut over here, that's what's going on right now. So we're out there on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/AJaytheCEO, and we're doing very well. I can pull in chats from there as well as everybody here on YouTube. So thank you so much. Before we get started, folks, I would really appreciate that you hit that like button. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe and click that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. It really helps out the channel. You hear probably a lot of YouTubers say that, but it really does. From an analytical standpoint, out of everybody who's watching my videos here that are helping your media ministry, over 79% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So again, it really does help. By clicking like, it lets the YouTube algorithm know that something good is going on here, and it pushes the videos out to more people so that they can be aware of it. And then the subscribed helps as well too. So really appreciate it. I don't get paid for subscribers, but the bigger the channel, it helps people realize, like, oh, something must be good going on here after the suggestion if this is going on. So again, thank you so much. Let's go through and holler at some folks. Thank y'all so much again. I'm going to close out the chat here. I'm trying to do the Twitch chat. Well, I see the Twitch chat going through vMix Social, so we're good. So let's go ahead and holler at a bunch of people. Jack Wolf, hello. Haven't talked with you in a minute. Thanks for joining. Mousy19144. I believe she got the one of those cameras that we were the Makosi type of cameras. Let me know. Mike is not doing well right now. The internet is down, so he's watching on his phone, so I appreciate it. Tammy Green is saying here, good morning. I've just recently been introduced to your channel and all your adventures. What a wealth of knowledge and info I've gained. Would love to get you to come to North Carolina. Well, that's just a state away. You just got to let me know. Hit me up at, and I still have not fixed this graphic. I really need to do it. Where is it at? Oh, there it goes. Consultations. You can always book a consultation at ajhomes.com/consultations. Let's play it again. That way you can see it. It should be in the description as well too. But yeah, I am fair game to jump around. We got plans to go to London next year, so more details will be about that. I will actually be in New Jersey Tuesday and very, very, very early Wednesday. My train comes back on Wednesday morning at 3:30 a.m. But I will be there Tuesday, all Tuesday. And I forgot the part that I'll actually be at. Let me look at my calendar here so I can see exactly what part of, excuse me for yawning, I mean to be rude. Where's it at? I will actually be at Kings Highway Faith Fellowship. That's where I will be at, and it is in Iselin, Iselin, New Jersey. Zip code 08830. That's where I'm going to be at on Tuesday for on-site and doing some training and help out that ministry. So excited about that, getting a chance to go and meet a bunch of other people. So that's awesome. Let's see what else. Who else is in here? Jamie, hello. Parker Jennings, thank you so much. Danielle, hello. Brian Jones, hello. Mr. Clarence, hello. Francisco, hello. Streets of Destiny, hello. Dylan, hello. Fing Zhu, hello. Yeah, I'm actually, like I said, I'm actually using it right now to stream to Twitch. So we're going to be jumping back and forth. I actually did the unboxing and everything like that, but I got tired. So I haven't, I got to finish editing it. And then DaVinci Resolve had a new update. So I downloaded it and then fell asleep. So I need to finish editing it. And that should be up hopefully today as well too. Chasen, hello. Shane and Hannah, hello. Darius, hello. Actually, Mousy, I got an email saying from Amazon that it was delivered. It was delivered yesterday. Shane and Hannah, right now I am using vMix, and then from the computer I have an extra, the line that normally comes from my computer I have plugged into the YOLO Box Pro, which, excuse me, in vMix is doing a full, man, why am I yawning? Maybe it was because I did do some cardio. I did the Stairmaster, and then I ran for about like 20 minutes, which is not my thing. I hate running. I despised running 3 miles every other day in the Marines. I say maybe a fast shuffle. That's what I was doing. Got to get the heart rate up. Let's see. Daniel is, would you please do a review of the Web Presenter? It all depends. I mean, being transparent, like running a company, most of the time I pay for a lot of the stuff for the installs ahead of time. And so I've bought a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of products that are coming in. So maybe I kind of pay for this stuff too fast for it. But so we're just a little, got to be mindful of my cash, but we'll see. I am thinking about wanting to get one, but I want to make sure everything is straight. Jay Santiago, the zip code is 08830, where I'm supposed to be at. Christoph Richard, hello. And let's jump to the first question. Shane is asking originally, OBS or vMix? And again, I'm getting ready. Let me give y'all, before I answer this, I'm going to give y'all some intros to some videos that we're working on. And I don't want to steal the thunder of them, but one of the videos is going to be how to have multiple streams of ministry. Not multiple streams of income, which you should have, but multiple streams of ministry. We're going to be talking about that. And then I have this card. Most of the time I have this and I write notes down on here, and it's how to transform my ministry by taking full responsibility. That's another one that we got. We got the product reviews. Like I said, the brand new 4K Studio Camera Plus is supposed to be delivered sometime today. We're going to be looking at that. The Sony ZV-1 or whatever it's called, that's supposed to be coming in maybe about in 2 weeks. I have the Lark 150 here. Great little device. Having some issues getting it working and dialed in for the my Rodecaster, but the last couple of videos, if you saw the video that was in when I was in Baltimore, all of the audio was being done through this, and it actually has 2 adapters. This whole case is a charging unit, which is awesome. I had some issues with the sound. That's what stopped the initial review. So I'm going to re-record that part. We got that coming out. I ultimately did end up getting the Rodecaster Wireless 2 as well. So we got that going on here. What else? Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. But back to your question, Shane. It all depends on your budget. I like to start with OBS because it's free and it works as long as you have the right system specs behind it. It works. Now I've built a couple of systems, and in all honesty, Windows did something. Windows and NVIDIA did something with their drivers that it's been acting up recently. But for the most part, I like OBS because the barrier entry is free. As long as you get the right computer, you can do a lot of stuff with OBS. And then, but if you want to jump ahead, yeah, you can. But again, you can go with the vMix Max, which just reminded me, I did buy vMix Max. I only bought it for a month to test it out, but I've been using it, but I haven't had a chance to even talk about it. And who is sending me a message now? I thought I had this meeting going. Sorry. That was the bank. Send me a message. Mine is all over the place. But yes, I think OBS is a good entrance. But if you want to start with vMix, maybe try 1 month with the vMix Max because you can always cancel it. It works fine. I just haven't had a chance to do any reviews because I've been busy. Really need to isolate a lot of this stuff. And you know what? I'm going to say it right now. My company is in the process of, we're putting stuff in place that we're looking to start up something called Media Ministry Mentor, but with the end goal of obviously training media ministries, but then at the same time of training people to where they will be employed, contracted through my company to be a well-trained person to go there and help a media ministry on a single event, multiple events on a recurring basis. We are in the process of doing that. Right now, we're located doing stuff only in the central Richmond area. We're in the process of working on that, but other stuff is coming down the pipe, hopefully to expand to multiple states and things like that. So be on the lookout for that if you are interested. Or the training, your ministry can just do it, and then we'll train your ministry just like we're going to be doing, because I'm actually training a media ministry tomorrow on the getting started with that. But enough blabbing, and I really need to get something to drink or something. I'm just dragging. I don't know why. Anyway, back to Tammy. Hell, with me being new to your channel and this being my first interaction, have you done reviews on Sling Studio? No, I have not. If they want to send me one, I'd love to check it out. Sling Studio isn't bad. I've had a lot of ministries. I think Pastor Lester Bell down in Georgia, I believe, or Alabama, I forgot the state. He actually started with that, and he's upgraded to the ATEM Mini Extreme. Nothing the matter with the Sling Studio. I think it just starts to get a little costly since everything is wireless. I'm not a big fan of wireless. I like everything to be wired. But no, I do not directly have a video on a Sling Studio because I have not had access. Hold on, folks. Oh yeah, it's here, folks. Let's check this out. Oh, there it is. There it is, folks. That's gonna be sick. So we're definitely gonna have a live stream after this and go over this. Unless y'all want me to do it now. But I got some other stuff that came in as well too. I had a rolling tripod that got mixed mixed up, and I think the replacement just came in for that as well too. But anyway, yay. All right, Patrick, hello. Daniel wants to know, what is the use of the web presenter? Is it worth than the AJay Mini Pro? All right, so the web presenter is the standalone hardware encoder that Blackmagic uses. Now, the AJay has that stuff built in natively. All right, so you know what? Let's do something different so that y'all can see what I'm actually using. Let's go ahead and cut over to the M1. How about we do that? So that's input number 7. Let me make sure I'm logging into that. So let's go over to that so y'all can see that we do have a Mac so we can answer some questions here for you. And I am doing this from a distance because I'm using a Bluetooth. Oh, I didn't need to show you my email. Well, I'll do it later. Let me cut over to this one instead. What screen is that? That's number 4. All right, so if we look at the product stack, the AJay Television Studios, they have, AJay Television Studio, the AJay Minis, the way they work is they have everything embedded so you don't have to worry about anything. It has the encoding, has everything. Now, the web presenter is meant more for their high-end switchers. Their high-end switchers don't have any form of encoding. Now, in my honest opinion, if they can put it in the AJay Mini, they can put it in these bigger switchers, but they just don't. So the way that these streaming web presenters work is, and let me pull up one of their switchers as well too. So I'll use the Television Studio HD. So if we come over here to the specs and we look at the back of this, the way this works is it has the program out is SDI out. And what that's going to do is going to go into the SDI in of the web presenter, and this does the connection over USB-C, so it shows up as a webcam, or directly over your internet to stream out. So it's a dedicated piece of hardware to do that. So the only thing that you have to do is you have this interface in the web interface. You just tell it where you want it to go, put the streaming key for whatever, and you just stream. That's the difference. This is a dedicated hardware piece that there's no reason to pair this with your AJay. The only, because all the AJays except for the AJay Mini can stream themselves. This is meant to pair with some of the higher end AJay switches or any other switcher out there that doesn't have native live streaming. That's the difference. So hopefully that makes sense. Otis, what's going on? Back to Shane. Our opiate has been acting up the last couple of Sundays. We are looking at Mix HD, the basic one for 60. That's where I started with. I would honestly say try just try the $50 version of well, honestly it doesn't really matter. Yeah, the $60. That's what I bought that one and used that one for a while. Actually, I bought it and didn't use it for about like a year and a half until maybe last year. But I think it'll work. But what's the issues that you were having with it? Make sure it's not software and maybe that it's not hardware related. But we'll see. Danielle, for your information, my AMD 5700G, which I'm going to be building one pretty soon, Asus B550 Wi-Fi went together okay. Think it would work well for a live camera stream. Prefer PCI 3 card or USB adapters for use with an HDMI camera. I would rather have it, I personally would go with a PCI card that goes internally to it. But when you start looking for those type of cards, whether it be a HD60 Pro by Elgato or a Decklink, you are about $95 shy of the base AJay Mini that will give you 4 inputs and everything goes over USB. That's just me personally. I actually built a system for somebody, my daughter's godfather, with the 5600G, and he's loving it. He's throwing a whole bunch of encoding tasks at it, 12 video streams and stuff, because he's encoding a whole bunch of old VHS and stuff like that. And he was like, this thing hasn't even gone over 25%. So I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you're happy. Unmentioned tech reviews. Why is my phone blowing up today? Man, I tell you like this. Stop. This person, people really don't understand how sending out emails and putting people on an email list without their permission is considered spam, and it's just annoying. Somebody, one of the subscribers, added me for whatever reason under my about, and now I'm getting this spam stuff. Honestly, I block you at the server level, so I just don't get nothing from you. But anyway, do you use DaVinci Resolve to edit your non-live videos uploaded on YouTube? Yes, I do. I use DaVinci Resolve for everything that I do. Everybody's saying open it now. All right, well, you know what? Y'all want me to open it up, so sure. Let's go ahead and do that. I need to get my mic so I can move here. Hold on, let me turn on the wireless go. Let me make sure my audio's not bad. Hello, hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, I hope y'all can hear me well. You know what? Let me put my live mic on so I can move. All right, I think testing. All right, that sounds better. You're gonna get some ambient. Let me turn that off. So let's see what's going on, boys and girls. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. And wrong screen. Now I need to zoom out of here. Y'all gonna see my dirty desk up here. Oh yeah, just to let y'all know that oh wait a minute, I got the Sony camera. Let's turn that one on. And we need to have my picture-in-picture changed to that camera. So now, there we go. Yeah, y'all can see me now. All right, so we got our top down. I don't know how this is gonna do with all my stuff in the way. It's not that many people on Twitch, so I'm gonna stop this from streaming so I can get this up out of the way so we can have some more space. How about that? And like I said, be on the lookout for the YOLO Box Pro. We're gonna be doing that. And just as a tip, you can see that I have a wireless keyboard and mouse that does work, and I am really excited about that. So let me get this stuff out of the way. Telling you, man, y'all just never know what can happen during these Q&As. Oh, here we go. Yay. And I really need to do this as a dedicated one because I have not seen anybody else do these at all. And I'm going to bring up, y'all said my audio is low? My audio is low? Maybe it's because I'm not talking into it. I'm going to crank it up some. Is that better? Let me know, is the audio better now? Patrick and Shane, can y'all hear me better right now? And I know this is behind. I don't know if y'all can still hear me or not. Let me unmute myself here and let me hear what that sounds like. The audio better now? Oh, okay, I can hear myself well. Patrick and Shane, can y'all? All right. So this is cool. I remember getting started by looking at DaVinci Resolve. I mean, Blackmagic stuff, and I saw these cameras and I thought they were so cool. And I mean, I'm just thankful being able to be at a point where, you know, this can be afforded. So again, thank you, Patreon supporters. Thank you, clients and ministries who've hired me. Another sticker to add to my collection. So let's see. I mean, obviously we got this. I wonder if it comes with another copy of DaVinci Resolve. I wish it was. All right, there's the stuff right here. So the selling point that they said, it actually comes with its own mount, which is awesome here. So you have your rails. So for the more professional stuff here, and this is serious. I don't even know how to, okay, there you go. Okay, and there's your screws there for the bottom. And I'm definitely need to set this aside to record. How about, hold on, let's record this, because we're gonna need to do this as a separate type of thing. All right, so let me hold on. Let me rewind this so I can use this for the separate video. So y'all are a part of me making an unboxing. All right, folks, so let's go over here and now unbox the studio camera 4K Plus. So we got it here. I was going to say, somebody else knocking on my door? All right, so we got our normal stuff here. Oh, we got our sticker, yay! We got our normal information here, so that's cool. And we got a mount here that can support rails, which is really cool. This, it looks like this can come off as well too. And like I said, I just got a rolling tripod and I want to see how that will work. I actually got another tripod that's off camera. You may be able to see it right behind me. Oh, okay, so this doesn't come off at all. I thought it did. This is like, I don't know the material. It feels like it's some high quality aluminum. But I mean, you could hurt somebody with this. If you chuck this across the room at somebody, you'd hurt somebody with this. But I like the fact that it does include this as well too. So you got a lock right there, obviously for the plate, and then locks for the rails. What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, they're the tally light numbers on here. Cool. So it goes all the way up to, how many do they give you? It goes all the way up to 20. Man, I guess they're really prepared if somebody wants to have 20 of these. All right, so that's cool. And actually, I really need to record this through my, hold on a second. I'm gonna unplug this from my computer so that I can record this to my SD card so I can get the full recording through the ISO so that I can edit this. Wish I had done that originally. All right, so now we're recording here. So let me stop the recording through vMix and we're gonna be recording here. So I'm gonna do this part again. So thankfully we didn't go that far. So those were the tally lights, all right? Which is awesome. The tally light numbers. And there it is, boys and girls. Now this is really light, I must say. So again, this is the Plus model. So It has HDMI out only, a 12-volt power. This is not the one that you can run everything to a 10G copper Ethernet cable. You have 2 USBs here on the side. Oh yeah, and as a side note to let y'all know, the extra zoom and dynamic zoom handles I actually ordered as well too from Adorama. I'm surprised I haven't got a notice that they've shipped yet, but that will be coming soon. So we got 2 USBs here. You got another 3.5 millimeter mic, headphone jack. You got your 3 mounting screws there on the bottom. What is this? That's a button. I don't know what that does though. This is the folding light. There's your on and off button, your peak, contrast, brightness, programmable buttons here. If we open this up, there's your folding screen right there. And it looks like a piece of film on the screen in here. There it goes. All right, that's gone. So that's cool. Now I'm wondering, how does this fold without me breaking that? Oh, it just folds right down. Okay. Okay, very cool. And this is a micro 4/3 lens. So I think I showed y'all, I got this Lumix lens that I'm gonna try with this as well too. All right, so let me set this somewhere so it does not fall. And let's see what else is in here. And a massive power brick. Well, I don't know if it's massive. I'm just saying that. All right, so power supply. Oh, okay. We got our international adapters there. And it looks just like the plug for the A10 Mini Pro and Extreme. That's what it looks like. Because, well, almost. Here is the A10 Mini Pro. So it looks kind of like the Extreme. So a little bit bigger. I know my hand is in the way. But that is cool. So let me see if we can get this hooked up to something and see if we can get our first images from the camera. And like I said, I'll do a more detailed stuff. Let me know as well what else y'all want me to go over with this. Because again, this was a part of a video that I wanted to do, is to build out a rolling camera rig. So really excited about how that's going to work out. And I'm thinking right now, let me take this headphone off so I don't trip, because I want to go get my tripod that I have here so I can hook this up. So obviously y'all can still hear me, but I have this Coleman tripod that I use for when I do games and stuff like that. Very good, sturdy tripod. Now, my thought is, I'm wondering, will this go on the actual, and let me actually just cut over to this camera now so y'all are seeing me here. So I'm wondering if this tripod mount will work with the one that's here. So let me lift this up here. And the idea, we want to see, no, of course that does not work. So most likely we have to screw this mount into the bottom for this to work with it. And I do have multiple other mounts, screw hole mounts that will go in this, so it will secure it better. I need to find them. Oh, they're on the bottom of the tripod. Awesome. So from right here, I can get this other mount here. Hey folks, and if you like what we're doing here, please make sure that you hit this the like button. That way, because I think this is the first I've seen anybody do anything on this camera, so it will definitely benefit any ministries that are looking at this camera, or just anybody in general that's looking for this type of camera. Otis wants to know, how and where would you use the rolling rig? Honestly, this is the same type of setup that I did at Spring Creek to help them out at that baptismal pool. The idea was to have a rolling camera that would be a floor camera in the sanctuary, but when they have different events like baptism, when you want to have multiple purposes with the camera, is to have wiring in the other part of the building to where you could just roll this camera there and just hook it up to the jack that's in the wall. And then it would connect back all the way to the sanctuary. That was the intention. So for me, it would be something similar to that. All right, so we got, all right, so that will work right here. This is making me sit back and think maybe we need to start doing some rails in the future. All right, so we got that. So let's, AJ, need to, I put it backwards. I put the whole mountain piece backwards, which is not a problem. I just gotta undo this and spin this around, which is good. So we'll mount this, lock that in place. And I like this because it comes with an Allen wrench, just magnetized, and it just holds it right there in place. All right, so now is we're gonna mount the camera onto this. So it looks like there's a little sleeve pocket right here so that the tally light numbers just slide in right there. So let's go ahead and attach this. And again, for you're wondering, this camera without the lens is coming in at $12.95. So yes, that's kind of pricey in comparison to some of the stuff that some of us have been using, PTZs and stuff like that. But you got to think, when you start getting into the G50, Canon G50, that's $1,000 right there. And then you start getting, especially into, a lot of people are using the XA11s, the 40s. You're at that price, because the lens that I got was around $300. All right. So we just slide that on right there, lock that in place so it's not going anywhere. All right, there we go. We can spin that around here. Let's open up our little fold right there. All right, so let me now get this Lumix lens here. And this is, I think I made a mistake with this one. This is powered, but I don't think that the camera can control it. It's a little knob here where you have to turn it, zoom in and out right there. So let's get that connected. Little red dot shows you the alignment there. All right, we're in place. Where's the little hood here? And again, I learned, not trying to do a shameless endorsement, but I learned so much from Stephanie's class at our conference where she was talking about lenses and apertures and focal points. So I really appreciate that this is what helped me in making the decision with this. All right, so now I need a cable to connect this. So I got this HDMI cable here. And Jack C. Oh, zoom in a little, sorry. Trying to be wide enough because I don't have a good shot from here, another closer camera from here. Okay, awesome, y'all can hear. Jolie, hi. How high CPU usage could cause concern for streaming? Yes, high CPU usage is going to be a problem because your CPU is handling everything. High CPU usage for anything will cause issues in general. So you don't want to have anything. You don't want to max out anything on your system. All right, so we got our HDMI in right there. We're going to connect this to input 6. Yeah, input 6 here on my HMN Extreme. Find the jack here. There we go. All right, we're connected. Now we need some power. Unmentioned Tech Reviews was wondering, where can you find a proper shoulder tripod for a Panasonic camera? Honestly, I don't know. That's the first time I've really gotten into needing stuff like that. But my main point of stuff like this is B&H Photo or Adorama, and then sometimes Sweetwater. But Sweetwater is mainly for like audio and things like that. All right, so I need a cable for, I need power. I need power, McFly. All right, so here we go. We got a power strip right here. Oh, let me take that comment down so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, we got power plugged in, and all right, we're all powered up. So now let's go ahead and flip that on. Let's see what we get. I just heard the lens go, and y'all see the screen right there. Cool. And it doesn't show anything out here yet. Let me adjust this first. We're setting our language. Oh, and it jumped right there to the shot. And this is a very, very tight shot. Let me open my window so that y'all can see, because this lens is really tight where I'm at. I can't reach over here to do it. Man, this was not the intention of this Q&A, but I am glad y'all are excited about this as much as I am. All right, so we got our window open so I can have somewhere for y'all to see what I'm looking at. This is a 45 to 175 lens with a 3.4 aperture, I believe. Let's see, let me jump back over here. While we're doing this, I'm gonna cut over to the shot so y'all can see what this looks like. All right. So this is what the camera is seeing. And you see the tally light and everything lit up right there. So, I mean, again, if I had the controls that haven't came in yet, we'll be able to zoom in and stuff like that. But right now, this lens is giving me zoom control right here. So that's quite a ways away. So really, really cool. Now again, I'm thinking having something like this, again, with better lenses. I do have other lenses as well for this. So let me actually take the lens off of my cinema camera and then let you see the micro cinema camera and let you see, because I also, actually no, let's take the one off of my pocket cinema camera, because that one I know can work with something like this. Put the cap back on for that one. And let's get this other lens here. Yeah, yeah, Otis, I would say yes. Putting this on a riser in the back for an operator would be an ideal solution for this, or somebody on the floor as well too. So here is my Olympus right here, pancake lens, but it is powered. Very, very nice lens here. All right, there we go. Now let's try this one. Let's see what we get with this. Now again, I don't have the controls on here to turn this on and off. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, what's going on with my lens? All right, so yeah, this is interesting. Like, I've never really messed with any stuff like this, so I mean, this is exciting. Again, this is a native 4K camera, so as y'all can see how far away I am from here. Unmentioned Tech wants to know how many computers or screens do you use for your live stream? So let's pull this back a little bit and I can actually show you. So right now, that is my live streaming system right now. And let's change this brightness here. I'm playing with the settings right now. I think the light is messing me up. So that is my live streaming system right now that is showing OBS. Then this is where I normally sit here. I definitely got to play with this, the settings here. That's my normal system here where I have 3 screens. That's the chat when I'm looking at y'all there. There's the Sony. And then that computer is right there on the floor. That other system right here is just one that I built from leftover parts for just making DVDs, because I've had people that wanted DVDs. All right, let's jump over here, and I'm gonna see if I can get this camera off of the light here, and you can't see me at all. I want to go through the software and try and adjust this camera now. And let's see what it can do. Because again, they said you can control this based off of the software. So, not getting much right now. Let's turn the gain up some. Yeah, it wasn't looking at me. That would be the reason. All right, now all of this is being adjusted inside of the software here. So that's cool. So yay. So let me drop this down and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna use this camera to look me in the face while I'm doing all of this stuff. And as you can see, yes, I am short. Let's adjust this. All right, so we are here now, And sorry, hopefully y'all like that. I'm going to be going back over and doing some other stuff. So let me jump in between some of the questions. Dwayne, and let me turn the picture-in-picture off. I don't need that now. Do all the PTZs you've reviewed have the ability to mount on a regular tripod? Yes. Yes, they do. And let me turn this to the side because I don't like sitting in this angle. Let's pull this down just a little bit. You see my daughter's laundry that I'm washing. Let's see, the next one. Miss C Productions. Hello, thanks for all you do. Hey, you are welcome. Excuse me. Again, folks, please make sure that y'all hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notifications. I mean, especially with this. This is new. It ain't nobody that's done any video on this camera. And again, everything I'm doing right now is from the Studio Camera 4K Plus. So it's doing it in 4K, but it's being scaled down going into the ATEM. So cool. Mr. Joe Lee. Rewording question. What should the max CPU usage of a system be when streaming from OBS? That all depends. Like right now, all the stuff that I'm doing right now on my system, this streaming, if I go to the CPU utilization, right now, mine is at 25%. And it's not touching anything. At my church with the Ryzen 5 1600, maybe it's around like 20%. Honestly, you don't want your CPU, you don't want anything on your computer to be using up more than 60%, to be quite honest, because now you're going to be having an issue with the system having functions being impeded itself. Like when I used to video edit, that was very intensive. That used to use up 90% of my CPU, but now when I edit, I don't do anything else, but I can still do multiple things as well too. So you just got to be mindful on that. Wants to know, will the camera buffer a bit like that? I'm not 100% sure. Patrick, this is a power lens. You should be able to control it. Yes. So like right now, I'm doing everything through the software right now. Just right here. This is where I'm controlling it. So I'm gonna, and I mean, for me to zoom, I would have to touch this right here. I'm putting my hand here so you can see me zooming in and out, but I'm gonna do this. My hand is right here. My other hand is on the mouse, and we're zooming out from the software right now. So that's really cool. And the good thing is I can do color balancing with this as well too. Otis, yes it is overcast. It's 60% chance of rain today. Chuck, yes sir, it is. It is the plus. It literally came while we were doing the Q&A. So it literally just came in. So everybody wanted me to do an unboxing live. So that's where this is coming from. So all of this is now from that camera now. Hello, Dave. I am doing well. Grace Community, BC, Baton Rouge. Any ideas on how to display chat messages, participants to the speakers who's in front of a live camera? Yes, kind of like what I'm doing right now. If I cut over, this is what I'm looking at that shows me the chat of what everybody's coming in. It all depends on the software that you're using. I'm using vMix. I can send vMix to send me only the results of the chat so I can see, and it'll be a little monitor. So like my teleprompter is right here. This is another way where I see what's going on from here. So that would be kind of the equivalent of just being able to see, the speaker would be able to see, because I can see the chat questions right here. And I can see stuff like that. So, but what software are you using? OBS natively cannot do that. vMix can. Or separate only one source, go here and there. Papa Midnight is looking good. Looks like there's some bit of digital noise. Yeah, I think that's mainly just because I don't have I haven't set the gain or nothing like that. I literally just took it out of the box. So I'm sure there's some other settings that I can play around with that. Joe wants to know, is there a way to stream from OBS to YouTube using the Elgato Mini with only one button? I don't understand. The Elgato Mini with only one button. I don't understand that, sorry. Back to Chuck. Since I wasn't here, does the Studio Camera 4K Plus comes with a lens ready to go out of the box, or do you have to purchase it separately? Yes, it's separate. Thankfully, with the Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, the other lens, the micro cinema camera, and this one, they're all micro four thirds. So out of the 3 lenses I have, I can interchange with them. This is the lens that I want to use because this is meant, I mean, the lens I got right now is for me to be up close. That's why I have it on the Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, which I guess I should have put the cap on so that it's not just sitting here. Hold on one second. Come on now. Put the cap on here. We don't want to get dust and dirt in the sensor. All right, that's covered up. Yeah, I'm still trying to think. I think my thought was, based off of what I learned from Stephanie's class, is the idea of this lens, kind of like when I showed the water tower, is that this is meant for this to be in the back of the sanctuary, but I can zoom all the way in and punch all the way in. That's what that would be. But again, if you were using this camera for like interviews, testimonials, something like that, and honestly, maybe I should take this camera with me to Spring Creek, and this will be the one that I'm actually using instead. I think that would be cool. Yeah, I think I might do that. Jackie Allen here. Hey everyone, this might be an elementary question, but where can I get free good stock images and videos I can use for PowerPoint? Go to pexels.com. That's where I get mine from. Really good place, completely free, and that is pexels.com. We're at 4. So over here, pexels.com, and they have pictures, and I gotta be careful because sometimes they do have some risque stuff on here, but you would just type in and it's completely free. All right, and that's what I use a lot when I'm doing my stuff for church announcements. If I didn't have any talent or anything to be on camera, I would just have my voice. I would just pull some stuff from there. So that's pexels.com. I'll put it in the chat as well too. Mark, is there a way to connect a phone with phone call directly into the audio soundboard? Yes, you would just use the normal 3.5 stereo cable. So something, I had one here. Yeah, some obviously longer than this, but just something like this, and maybe you have an adapter. It depends. Be mindful of the TRRS. That's the one where you see this extra little pole right there that gives you mic as well too. Be mindful of that. But yes, you can just plug it in. That's why I do on mine, because my Rodecaster, I can do the same thing, or I can do the same thing with a regular board. But the Rodecaster allows you to use my mics to talk to them and they can hear it, but it's, you know, but yes, you can. Back to Dave. So what would you recommend has the minimum system requirements to use OBS in order not to, I mean, it's your processor. Again, I like the Ryzen 5 1600 because you can get that one for maybe, originally it was $89. You can get it for maybe $150. You really want to have a 4-core, 4-thread, if not better. Honestly, it probably needs to be a 6-core, 12-thread because they're just cheaper to get right now. That's what I would think, personally. Jamie is like, Wait, you can color grade in the ATEM software? Yes, with supporting cameras. So like right now, if I come over here and see, I'm changing this color live inside of the software. So if I cut over here, I'm just changing this dial right here and I'm changing the color live. So really, really cool. Let me reset everything back so I can get it. So that's another advantage of the Blackmagic stuff, which is really cool. Back to Jackie Allen. We're currently using Vimeo for our live stream, but I've been having issues lately and they haven't been helpful. What do you think about Restream? Does anyone currently use Restream? Yeah, there's a bunch of people, but Jackie, what's the issue that you've been having with Vimeo? Let me know. Lamoris Hampton. I created our church website through WordPress. Do you know if there's a live chat feature available when live streaming worship services on to our website similar to the chat? Well, that's dependent on what platform that you're using. Most of the time, for it to be in sync, you would use the chat function because Facebook has one, YouTube has one, that's what I'm using right now, that it can pull over the chat and you can embed it as well too. So I would check that. But outside of it being separately, I mean, that would cause other people to have to log into your website, but then log into something else at the same time just to chat. So can it be done? Yes. Usability for your user, is the user experience easy for them? That's the one thing I would think. Back to the Chuck Taylor. Hey, and I also watched one of your radio shows that you had live stream. Good stuff there, Chuck. By the way, figured out my flicker in OBS. It wasn't my ATEM settings. When I was gone for a week, the guy filling in accidentally turned on the virtual camera and didn't turn it off. Used too many resources. Awesome. Glad you were able to figure that out. Joe was saying, using the Elgato Mini to stream from OBS, I have to use two different buttons, one to turn on YouTube and the second to start streaming. What you would do is make a combined button. When you have the, let me cut over here to my desktop so you can see it. So here in the Stream Deck software, you can have a combination button. Let me make sure I minimize everything first. So you can have a combined button here. So say you want to do this new task, you would come over here and go to the Stream Deck and you want to do a multi-action. And then in here, and this is what I did originally before we had our setup, you can come in here and do multiple things. So you can say, hey, I want to start streaming and I mean, I wouldn't do this because it's already built into OBS, but say I want to start streaming and turn on my lights at the same time. So now when I press this one button, it will do both of those tasks at the same time. So that is an option, I think, based off of what you were saying. Again, let me know if I'm off, but that's what I'm assuming you were saying. Hopefully I wasn't in the way of that. Hold on, let me go back because I think I left the chat up. Yeah, inside of here, you would make a multi-action button. So that's under Stream Deck, multi-action, and they also have multi-action switch. But we'll say do a multi-action, and then you can layer any of this inside of here so that one button press will do all of those. So say you want to set, I want to turn on my lights, but I also want to go to this scene in OBS and then also stream. So when I press that one button, it will do all of that. So maybe something like that you can do. I think that's what you meant. Let me know if I'm wrong. Yes, yes they do. They're not perfect, but yes, it does give you a lot of great options. Really liking it. Grace Community. We use Restream, good customer service, no significant issues with that platform. Awesome. back to Mark saying, why do I always have to select get key when using OBS to stream to YouTube? Can I get around that? Yes, you just have to set a permanent key. That's what I do with mine. All of my streams that I'm doing on this Q&A, YouTube has changed something to where you can make your own stream key for a given event. I want to be mindful how I do this because I don't want to get in trouble. Because I mean, it's so weird how sometimes you can do certain stuff and you can't. But inside of the YouTube studio, you can make a key for a given event. So say you want to make one for Sunday service, Wednesday night, Saturday service, funerals, whatever. You can make a streaming key for that event, and then that key does not change. And then you just take that key, copy it, and then use manual key inside of OBS. So if we come back over here, what you would do is, let me slide this over here so it's out of the way. You would just come over here to settings and then your stream, and you have YouTube. Instead of get streaming key, you just paste it there, and then, I mean, there's nothing else you have to worry about. But what I do is I make a profile. Your profiles keep all of your settings, which also includes where you're streaming to. So like if I go to my church live streaming system, which I am using Chrome Remote Desktop to do. Very, very good tool, folks. So if I go here to my church's live stream system, so if I open up OBS, and let me get rid of this because it might be small so y'all can't see. Let's do full screen. So in here, as you can see, first off, Joe, as you can see, my stuff, just by doing this, and this is, I think I just recently updated this system because I had some extra parts. So yeah, so now that's a Ryzen 5 2600. So that's the next gen up from 6 to 1600. But anyway, I'm just doing this, and this is at 4%, not doing anything. When I stream, it actually does better. So actually, I go here to profile. So I have Antioch. This is our regular streaming, but then I also have funeral. So if I go to funeral, nothing changed except for where I'm streaming to. So this is the streaming key to our funeral page. So if we have family that wants to watch a private live stream that doesn't go public, make sure that path is right. Yeah, so see, this goes to the private page here. And then I can just start, and I'll go to our funeral pre-live, and I'm gonna start streaming that now. All right, so we're streaming right now, and we just went up to 8.7, 15%. We're streaming right now. And just waiting for it to catch up. Let's do a refresh here. All right, and there it goes. So now we're streaming here to this page. But if we go to our regular church live stream, see, nothing is streaming. That's the power of the profile. You can set your profile to set whatever. So it'll stop streaming here. But then now if I set the profile, now we're gonna, all it changed is everything under here. Everything is exactly the same. I just changed where I'm going to. So one Vimeo link, the other one. That's it. And I just realized I'm still recording. I didn't mean to keep recording this entire time in the A10. But hopefully that helps. I mean, that was probably way more than you probably needed, but use the profiles if you're using OBS. It helps quickly make you jump. Like I have 3 of them. I have our regular service, I have funeral, and I have testing. Testing takes me to a private page, a private group that no one can see except for admins, and we can test thoroughly what's going on with the live stream. And that entire time streaming, we didn't go over 25%. Otis, no, I am not. I'm not. Actually, I can hook up a drive directly to the camera. Now, the other benefit of this is just like the Pocket Cinema camera, I can send a record command and it will engage the recording on this and record in 4K as well as my Pocket Cinema camera. And then it puts everything in the same timestamp and everything like that. So I can move that over and use that 4K footage over the 1080p footage when I'm making the video. Back to Jackie. Our congregants haven't been able to access our live stream via the app. Our congregants haven't been able to access. Yeah, the Vimeo app isn't really friendly with live streaming directly. It all depends on the settings that you have. In Vimeo, you can set the permissions on where it can be seen. So like when I stream sporting events, the video cannot be seen on Vimeo. I have it locked to a specific domain, which means that you can only watch it on this website. You can't even watch it on Vimeo. Make sure that those settings aren't set, because I think if you have it set like, actually, I don't think any of the live stream work going directly through the app, to be quite honest. And then next comment from Jackie. Also, sometimes I log on via our Vimeo page and don't see our live stream as it's happening, but will see the video afterwards. Yeah, check their privacy. If you have it set to hide from Vimeo, it won't show at all. It should show to you if you're an admin, but if you're just going to the page, it won't show at all. Mark is saying, it's always the same key though, but if I don't click get key, it doesn't stream until I do it. And you're streaming to YouTube? I don't know. I've never had that. Even when I stream here, I didn't even copy the key. I just hit start because it's saved in my vMix, and I've never had to do that. So I'm not sure on that one. Adam here, I'm getting a PTZ camera this year to add to our ATEM Mini Pro rather than add complexity to the job for volunteers. Was thinking I'd skip a controller and create scenes through companion. Good or bad idea? No, that will work. It's using the companion with lock scenes is just like you having preset positions inside of the joystick. Instead, you're just sending those presets directly to your software. So, I mean, that would work as well, too. Adam was also saying, we've already been using a companion and a tablet setup for existing scenes to trigger. Yeah, I would stick with that. You know, I agree. Don't add the complexity if you don't need to. Use the stuff that you got. If it's already working, adding that functionality is going to be very easy to do. T-Pocket, hello. T-Pocket wants to know, wouldn't it be nice if the ATEM and the joystick compatibility and control? Actually, the ATEM can actually do PTZ control. You'd be surprised, it actually does. So like if we come over here, not on mine, but if we come over here into the software, if you go to general, general. Well, that's camera monitoring. Where's we at? Yeah, actually under remote, it actually has the option to do RS422 control. You would actually need the console that can control it, the bigger console that has the joystick and everything like that, but the ATEM can control it directly, just not these versions like this. And I'm really liking the tally lighting that is changing right over here in front of me. So let me switch over to this camera here. So we're back here. So this is, let me lower this tripod here. not lower it to hit your knee, AJ. And we'll lift this base up here a little bit. So again, really, really slick. I think for me, because of how I would plan on using this, I would switch the arm this way so I can adjust it here, since I don't have anybody that's manning the camera for me. Let's see what else. Rhonda, is there a way to make Zoom video and audio both sound good when recording a church service? I used original audio and it sounds good, but the video is fuzzy. The video is always going to be a degraded quality when you're going through Zoom. It just is. But make sure in Zoom, in your video, that you actually have it set to use HD. That is a setting that will make it a little bit better as well too. Yeah, Otis, you think this would be too big to to bring to NAB? You want me to bring it to NAB and I put it on a rolling tripod with a battery pack and you can walk around? Both of us can walk around through the conference with this and record. I think that would be kind of cool. Back to Jackie. Does anyone here use Sling Studio? I'm trying to find a Bible song lyric software that works well with Sling. It's not necessarily a given software that's going to work well with it. It's I think I was helping Pastor Bell with this the same way. With the Sling Studio, your laptop would either need to go through the wired connection or you got to get one of the adapters and use one of the software ones. I mean, the Wi-Fi ones that will send it in. I don't think it does downstream keying or anything like that. But it will work. It doesn't matter what software that you're using with it. And I got, oh, that's my mic. That's in the way. Ronnie Bridges. Small rural church with low internet speed, 3 megabits per second. Trying to figure out a basic streaming setup for Facebook Live that I could later edit and share to a future YouTube page. Don't live stream at that internet. Just record it and upload it both. That's too slow. Yeah, you'd frustrate people at that upload speed. Highly endorse, even though I haven't used it yet, but I am going to get one maybe for my uncle because he's out in Gladys and they have a horrible internet out there. Look into Starlink. It's getting closer. Here in the Richmond area, they're talking about this. I mean, I'm in an apartment, so I can't use it, but I mean, I can't natively use it. I'm gonna use it when we go to football games and stuff like that. But look into Starlink. That would give you significantly better performance, probably at the same cost of what you're probably paying. But in your setup, I would not try to live stream. I would just record it. And since you're already talking about editing it and uploading it later, I would just record it and then upload it in both locations, to be quite honest. Because the worst thing you want to do is present a bad product because the internet is not capable of it. It's just going to frustrate people more than anything. Sheila Jones, I have the opposite problem as Rhonda. We have great video quality but poor audio. What's your setup? What are you using to bring in audio? Mike, hello, Mr. CEO. What are the main reasons churches choose to install large TVs in their sanctuary instead of projectors? The maintenance, the having to do getting higher powered projectors to compensate for the light, the ambient light that's coming in the room so that the light from the projector cuts through, the projector screen, the mounting of the screen, the mounting of the projector, running the cables and power to the projector, running a source to it, compared to hanging the TV. You only have to really worry about one. I mean, yes, of course you need to worry about power, but you really only need to worry about one cable to it. And if the TV goes bad, you can go to a local store and get another one, compared to having to get a lift and everything like that. At least that's what it's been with the people that I've been dealing with. Boomerang Webinar Solutions. In Zoom, disable touch up my appearance and adjust for low light features. Also use wire connection. We get 720p quality in Zoom recordings. We record it to OBS for best quality. Thank you. Exactly. Jackie, okay. So what I'm gonna do, folks, I'm gonna shut this one down, but I'm gonna start up another live stream after I get something to eat, and we're gonna talk about more in-depth Q&A for just the Studio Camera 4K Plus. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. If you have any other questions I did not get to, know that you can hit me up at questions@ajhomes.com, and we'll do our best to get questions to you. If you're not there, we had a roundtable last week. If you are a YouTube member or a Patreon supporter, I've uploaded the majority of our roundtables that y'all can always watch on Patreon, or if you're a member, you should see them because they're locked for YouTube members only. That's a perk for them. So again, thank you so much. Just want to thank our patrons here who help us on a monthly basis. You can get started for as little as $1 a month, or you can become a YouTube member. Like I said, we're adding more benefits for both as a thank you for everything. When we do giveaways, their names are entered automatically twice. We are at 42,000 and almost 200 subscribers, folks, and at 50,000, PTZ Optics is giving me a PTZ camera to give away to one lucky person, and I'm also going to be throwing in as a secondary prize an ATEM Mini Extreme. All you got to do is go to grow.ajhomes.com/50K giveaway so that you can be entered into that. Like I said, thank you so much, everybody. I couldn't do none of this without y'all. I'm just so thankful being able to be where I'm at right now, to where I'm able to do this on a full-time basis to help y'all. I mean, that's what I do 100% of the time. Is I'm just doing stuff to help local ministries, do other videos, to help y'all, the Patreons, the YouTube members, help me with fundage to buy this type of stuff so I can do reviews. And the stuff that I don't need anymore and I don't have space for, I give away and bless other ministries with it. And I want to thank y'all, because it's not just me. We're all doing this together. Thank you so much. Be on the lookout for this Q&A that I'm going to be doing, another Q&A that's dedicated just to this camera after I set up a proper way of how to use this. But be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much, folks. Y'all have a great day, even afternoon, whatever way it is. And we'll be seeing y'all on the next video. Later.